City Thunder because they are the third team in NBA history to win at least 23 of their first 24 games of the season. They joined the 2015-16 Warriors and the 69-70 New York Knicks. But this deserves a closer look, right? Because the Thunder have won 15 consecutive games. That puts them one win away from their longest streak in franchise history. The previous 15-game winning streak, it came at this time last year. A little holiday spirit for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they've had quite the encore to their #1 defense this year, because once again, they lead the league in just about every defensive category. We're talking about defensive efficiency, opponent field goal percentage, and opponent paint and fast break points. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he is the league's second leading scorer after going for at least 30 points in 19 of his first 23 games. And the dude barely even plays in the fourth quarter. That is the second most 30-point games in a player's first 23 games of the season since the 76 merger, behind someone who I hear was pretty good. Yeah, Michael Jordan in 86, 87. And get this, Monica, this is going to blow your mind. The Thunder have been this good despite playing 0 minutes with their primary starting lineup from the 2025 postseason of SGA, Dort, J-Dub, Chet, and Hartenstein. We still haven't seen that lineup together. But let's go to Oklahoma City for this game tonight between the Suns and the Thunder as we say howdy to our friend Tim McMahon. Now remember, SGA, he is back in the lineup tonight. The Thunder, they attempt to become only the second team to start a season 24-1. Tim, how the heck are they approaching this game?
Howdy, Malika. I asked Dillon Brooks, Dillon the villain, pretty intense defender, a dude known for his antics, about, can you get under SGA's skin? Can you get into his head? And he said he doesn't even bother trying with him. He knows SGA well. He said he's composed. He's locked into his game and the mission that he has every single play. And that basically describes the Thunder's approach to this season. I can promise you, you can look at every bulletin board in their locker room at the practice facility. You will not find the number 74 on there. They're not thinking about 74 wins. Honestly, they're not even necessarily, I'm not going to lie. They're thinking about the money a little bit. But part of the Thunder's superpower is that they have this high-intensity, even keel that they maintain regardless of circumstances, regardless of what's at stake. As Mark Daigneault said, there's a bar that is hard to clear, but that bar is that high every single time the scoreboard's on for the OKC Thunder.
Yeah, I think about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander saying, you know what, I'm consistent in everything that I do, and that has been bleeding all over this Thunder franchise. That is exactly who they are. Now, the Phoenix Suns on the other side of this, though, you mentioned Dillon Brooks here. They've been one of the best stories in this early season. They've been playing some incredibly good basketball despite having a number of injuries pile up, including to Devin Booker. What more can you tell us about his status for this one?
Yeah, he's not ruled out. He's officially listed as questionable. I would say highly questionable. It's been a week since they announced he'd be reevaluated in 1 week. He would obviously prefer to play in this game, but the sense that I got at shoot around is they were, easy for me to say, they are preparing to play tonight without Devin Booker. Look, they have had some success without the face of their franchise. The night he got hurt, they were on the road in a game he exited in the first quarter. They're coming off of a really nice road win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Dillon Brooks described this team's approach as gritty, confident, and ain't scared of nobody. But if there's anybody to be scared of, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder at 23-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Highly questionable. All right, that is the status for Devin Booker and also apparently for Tim McMahon's diction on this show. Tim, adios amigo. We appreciate you, my friend. All right, this will be the battle of strengths as the Suns and the Thunder. They both rank top 2 in steals and points off turnovers per game. But the last time we saw them this meeting, it was only decided by 4 points. Devin Booker, he said that the secret is out on OKC. And I'm curious your thoughts of all of this. He said specifically, quote, wait, let me say what he said. Let me say what, can I say what he said?
Come on, let's see.
Well, he said something else. He said that they do speed you up, right? He said they play aggressive, they'll grab, they'll hold, but it's never when you're shooting or in shooting position. That's what he said the secret was. Y'all are making a face.
Okay. So what that mean?
I mean, I'm wondering, I know the refs can't call everything, but is that the way that you have to look at Oklahoma City? Is that the secret sauce?
There's no secret sauce to them. Like, they're one of the greatest defensive teams we have ever seen.
Yep.
With the depth at the perimeter position for as defenders, they just get into you. They make you uncomfortable. They play with active hands. They're tied together. And I've never seen in my life a team that has so many two-way players. Right? That is the Oklahoma City Thunder. I wonder if they keep a chart in the locker room of the deflections, the active hands that they have. It's no secret sauce with them.
I'm trying to interpret that, though. So that means you then have to be prepared to be in scoring position at all times to catch them off guard?
I think that's part of what he's saying, right, Bobby? How did you read that?
Listen, I think when you go back and you watch the game, the last time these two teams played, Phoenix held Oklahoma City to 29 points in the fourth quarter. And I think certainly, can you say that's slowing the game down a little bit here? A lot of that, why this Phoenix team was in this game, was their shot making. They basically went shot for shot with Oklahoma City, and that still was not good. Now, if we don't have, maybe if Devin Booker is not there, this is a monumental task to try to win in Oklahoma City. They've been great. Colin Gillespie, has been terrific for them. But I don't know if anyone has found the secret formula to figure out this Oklahoma City.
I'm not here to even pound on Dillon Brooks because I am a fan of Dillon Brooks. Everywhere Dillon Brooks go, winning follows. He changes coaches. He just got this one wrong. And I'm not a big sauce guy, so when I go and order chicken tenders, I ain't getting ranch and all. I don't know nothing about
You want the
sauce.
dry rub? All right, we're going to move on now. We're talking about chicken. It's time now to shoot your shot. It's brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, you can check out these notable player props. They're all available on DraftKings. Perk, what you got? You got a pretty good record in these.
Over.
See,
over.
My only hesitation on that is he going to need it?
SGA, 30 and a half? He's doing that in his sleep.
I thought about that one, but I was like, is he going to need it?
Or is he going to play in the fourth quarter?
Y'all got to realize this. Every time the Canadians match up against each other,
that's a good call out.
So he's going to go out there and have this.
So I went with my man Chet Holmgren. He's been over this in 4 of his last 5, and I do think that like Mark Williams is playing well, like whatever. I think there's going to be a little. All right, let's go. Let me rock. All
right. Well, join the Spurs, but unfortunately, friends, he's been ruled out of tonight's NBA Cup quarterfinals game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Monica, yesterday you said he is the most important player in the tournament. Can the Spurs still make to Vegas without him?
I mean, yeah. I'm going to give them a chance to get this done. I think it gets exponentially more difficult, especially with the way that LeBron James has been playing as of late.
That's true, but look at this. Victor getting up shots here at shoot-around for the Spurs this morning. That is a good sign for San Antonio, at least at some point, we hope, here in the coming days. Hey, moving on here to news out of Dallas with our Shams Charania. He reported this morning that Maverick center Derek Lively II, he's going to undergo season-ending right foot surgery to address a lingering discomfort. So, Mr. Marks, how does this impact the trajectory for the Mavs this season?
Well, remember when they made that Anthony Davis trade and the goal was to play with him with Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford? Well, guess what? Get ready for a lot of Anthony Davis at the 5 this season.
All right, bummer news here for Derek Lively. Again, out for the season. Let's get some good injury news in, shall we? Let's go to Boston. Jason Tatum, Perk, looking pretty good in these one-on-one drills. This is less than 7 months after tearing his Achilles.
I'll be eavesdropping on vanity phone calls. She be talking to her homegirl. She be saying, honey, baby. Well, look, Jason Tatum come back. The rest of the East better watch out. You seen who the Celtics done beat over the past couple weeks? All the top dogs in the Eastern Conference. Detroit, the Cavs, and the Knicks. You get JT back in the mix with the way Jaylen Brown has been playing. They number 3 right now. I'm pretty sure they looking to make a run.
Well, Joe Mazzulla says it is all up to him. All starts with where he and the team are at when talking